you are calling from, but it is early afternoon for me where I am. Hey, 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 welcome. I figured I'd hop on again for a second time today because my first video. Yeah, I was on the beach and YouTube had me thinking that I was still recording. I mean, it was still going for at least 15 minutes. And then when it uploaded, it wasn't even that. I gotta start getting on here. Without some dang on lip gloss. What I got going on, child? Lips be all ashy. Hey, Anthony's girl. How you doing? I'm looking a whole mess, child. Thank you. Oh, girl, actually here in Jacksonville, well, I ain't in Jacksonville right now, but in Jacksonville makes them, and I'm collecting these dang things like infinity stones. Me too. I've become a hat girly for real, for real. And then when I put on lip gloss, why I gotta put on all because I do. Because I do. Girl. She, dang, what is her name? I'm gonna look up her name and I'm gonna put it in here because, girl, I've been collecting her hats like infinity stones. She call them junkie hats. Oh my God, what's her name? She on Insta too. Oh my God, why I can't think of her name? What is her name? Oh my God, because some people go to my church, my old church. I can't believe, and I've been telling people about it. Why can't, she has a real catchy name. Why can't I think of this girl's name? Girl, I'm gonna link it. We are, girl, we are. I just moved back here, like, it's what, 2 years ago now. I grew up in Jacksonville, girl. Then I moved away. I was in Orlando for like almost 10 years, girl. Came back. And I'm here, child. I ain't gonna even lie. I was not trying to come back to Jacksonville, baby. I was trying to go west, but the Lord had other plans. So I came back. This girl, this young lady that I found here, because I used to go back and forth to Orlando. Her name is Jemiah, and her name is Maya B Touch on Instagram. A little young girl. But I love her because she's very humble. She's like, you're my oldest. I said, don't make me feel bad, baby girl. Do not make me feel bad, honey. But I probably am one of her oldest clients because she does like all the prom get up. I do. It's my same handle as It's Me Tiff on Insta, on IG. So yes, ma'am, I do. But she was home base. She just moved into a shop maybe like a couple months ago on the west side. Baby, I don't know nothing about the west side. I leave that west side to y'all girls because I don't know nothing about the west side. Okay. I use my GPS every time I gotta go. But yeah, she's in like one of those suites on the west side. Baby, we don't do that here, honey. We don't do that here. Thank you. And I'm gonna follow you back, of course, child. I'm gonna follow you back, I promise. But let's talk about, I think where I'm at, not where I'm at, but what I have been noticing a lot where I'm vacationing at. I am in a panhandle. Me too. I'm right out there by the airport, girl. I'm right out there by the airport. When I lived here before, if I wasn't on the north side, I was in Arlington in the south side. That's where I lived at, child. But yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. North side me. West side, y'all Oak Leaf girls. West side, baby, I get lost. I still use my GPS in this city, and I done been here for like, I done been back 2 years, and I still use my GPS. But the thing that prompted me to come on really quick, fatherhood. Girl, me too. Me too, honey. Me too. Girl, it be crazy. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. I did not know it was like so many content, because my niece and them, they kind of pushed me to do this whole content creator thing, because baby, I was so private. I don't need nobody in my business. I don't want nobody to know nothing about me, but it was the Lord and the workers of them, timing, all of that. Yes, ma'am, that is fine with me. Yes, ma'am. When I tell you, it wasn't nobody but God to get me to this point. Like, seriously, like, had to be God. I know it's nobody but God to prompt me to get on here and start sharing bits and pieces of my story. So I did not know that it's not only YouTubers, like the little food review people, but y'all be lying. Y'all be lying to Jacksonville about some of these food trucks, about some of these places, because maybe I'm just too picky. They be lying. They be lying about the food. Elbow, now I ain't gonna lie, she probably the first person that ain't steer me wrong when it came to a food truck. I saw she went to like some Jamaican, because I'm like, ain't no good Jamaican places here but Spices. And Spices is like mediocre. Mediocre. But they all right. They all right. But she gave me some food truck. Girl, be lying. I be like, y'all must be just ain't used to no good food or the quality. Girl, and she was honest. She was honest, and it was good. It was real good. So girl, I gotta work one day. I know. I love y'all relationship. You don't find many friends like that. You do not find many friends like that. So baby, keep that bond. Keep that bond, because when you got a real one on your team, keep it. Keep it. Baby, ain't nothing like having a real one on your team that don't fold, that don't bend, that don't break, gonna have your back. Child. Okay, well, that's a whole nother topic. Baby, what I got on here to talk about? Because I need to be trying to get back home, and I ain't even cranked up my car to go. Girl, I mean nasty. Real nasty. I can't, baby, that's why I cook. I cook at home, because I be like, y'all be, child, the food be trash. And that one little truck that they was typing up, I ain't gonna say no names, it was alright. Over there our Trout River, they be sitting right down where all the little food trucks and stuff be. And it kind of turned me off. It kind of turned me off, because why your main thing that you known for was straight trash? But the collard greens that I know was probably Margaret Holmes. You just put some smoked meat in it. I ain't knocking nobody hustle. Do it how you gotta do it. Yes, ma'am. For real. You they hyped them up. And I was so disappointed. But what I wanted to come on really quick, because I need to get on this road and get my behind back home. I probably should have stayed. I'm just cutting my vacation short. Don't ask me why, because I'm going to be complaining to y'all next week about how tired I am, because it's the first vacation I have had all year. Y'all know what I've been through. If you don't, go back through my vlogs and figure it out. But, y'all, when I tell y'all, I have never seen so many young child. I know Margaret Holmes, because, baby, I know the string beans, because, baby, when I get home from work and I don't want to cook no full meal from scratch, I'm going to get Miss Margaret. I'm going to get Miss Margaret and put a couple of smoked turkey. Baby, I know them greens, and I know them string beans, and they use them. Okay. Anyway, child, I know Miss Margaret. But where I've been at, I've been seeing so many young and old fathers. I get where I'm at, it's like kind of like a tourism city, but a lot of people don't know that it's kind of like a hidden gem here. Very family oriented. It's a beach town. I'm in the Gulf, like in the Panhandle. It's not too far from Destin. But everywhere I have went, I've seen probably a couple of us, not many at all. But what I have noticed is the fathers. When I tell y'all, they're knocking these women up here. Some of the families that I've seen, one just got a car, which made me get on here, because she was strapping somebody into the car seat. Can't be no more than 9 months old. I'll give them one, because baby belly is big again. And they had 2 others. I am in Rosemary. It's not too far from Destin. So it's like Rosemary, Alice, and Seacrest Beach. You know how it's all set up like right there. So I've mainly spent most of my time in Rosemary and Alice Beach. They're like right here. So I had an Airbnb there. And I took some time away and been on vacation. It is so beautiful here. When you go into town in Rosemary, it's like where I stayed at, it was like 4 minutes away from that. So it's like you're in a whole nother country without being out of the country. I'm like, how have I not known about this city, about this beach? It really looks like you're in Europe without being in Europe, and saving you a couple coins. Of course, there's nothing like going to Europe, but I'm like, it was a short vacation. I usually don't drive this far. I don't try to drive this far at all. 2 hours, 2.5 hours, like, baby, I barely be wanting to go to Orlando. But when I tell you, I am so glad I pressed my way and I came, because it was just so beautiful. So beautiful. I literally felt like I was in another country, like I was in Europe somewhere. I love it. I love it. And your mama's is too. Like, why are we coming out here doing this? Matter of fact, I don't even respond to people like you. I really don't. Baby, my wig is barely on. And I got on the hat. And I know for sure it ain't crooked. Now, if you would have caught me earlier, and probably yesterday, then the wig probably was a little crooked, because I was tired and the sun was sunny. But go check your mammies. Go check your mammy wig. It's probably crooked and matted. But anyway, that's neither here or there. Girl, I know, and I usually do, but why we doing that? Why we doing that? Y'all so miserable. I hate them little keyboard thugs. Anyway, but it is really, really, really nice here. And I just saw so many fathers, these, not like this, but like that, everywhere with their kids. I mean, you got the, what they call the step baby, whatever y'all call them, like right behind each other. Couldn't be like, you probably had a 1-year old, 2-year old, 3-year old, 4. I mean, they are knocking these women up. And I just question, and I'm just pausing, like, is our culture not that big on fatherhood at young age and old age? I'm just like, you don't see that. But a lot of these YT men, they either want to be father, they don't mind having children, they don't mind. And I know, like, the financial part of it is a big thing too. A lot of those men, they don't mind having multiple kids. They don't mind having multiple kids. A lot of the women, and it's sometimes that's why it's a lot of pressure on us women who don't have kids. Like, y'all, my birthday was just yesterday. I don't even think I want none, to be serious. Like, I'm the auntie. I'm the rich auntie, okay? I spoil them babies and I give them back. But I'm still not opposed to having one if the Lord says the same. So I'm just seeing so many fathers, Asians, Hispanic fathers that have been here that I've seen. I've barely seen a lot of us. And I know, like, even in our culture, like, not just even being in this city, and the fathers are present. The fathers are present. And it just made me pause and think, like, white men really don't mind having kids. They don't mind being a stand-up father. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. But anyway, but it is so, I'm just like in amazement. Like, do we not value fatherhood? Or is it just because they didn't have an example of, like, being a standing? And it's so crazy because my nephews, they love being fathers, and they are active in their children's lives. And I have one nephew that, like, he just met the love of his life, and I know he's planning on having kids. And my nephew said he want 5. And you would think a kid that grew up in in a house with multiple siblings wouldn't really want that, but he's like, no, I want 5. Yes, and that is so true. And that's why when I do see those black fathers, like, I work in pediatrics, I work for a children's hospital in Jacksonville, and when I see those single, especially the consistent ones that are constantly coming in and they're there, Johnny on the spot with their children, that I may see all the time, I'm just like, I love that. Stay active. Your child needs you. I don't care what anybody says. There are good black fathers out here. There are black men that still want to be fathers, that want to be active fathers. Now, we ain't finna get on the ones that keep the BS going, or the baby mama, or the parent, the mother that keeps the BS going and just don't want the dad a part of the life because she's a bitter. But y'all, what I see is such a beautiful thing. Hello, that part. And it's crazy because not only my nephews are great fathers, my cousin, the men that are in my family, like, oh my gosh, like, they really love being with their kids, being there with their kids. And it's just like, you don't see that a lot. You don't see that a lot. And it's nothing like a good, hardworking black man that loves his children down, that are active. I don't care what anyone says. These babies be needing their daddy. I hate when a woman say, I won't say I hate, I just kind of dislike when a woman be like, I'm the mama and the daddy. Baby, it's some things that you cannot instill in that child that the daddy can. I recommend, I commend you. I promise you I do. I do. But baby, it's some things that that child can only learn from their dad, from their father. Hi, Goshi. How you doing? So, y'all, that's all I got on to say. Like, is there? Uh, I don't know. I need to ask those. I need to ask those men, because even my cousin that just left me this weekend, like, he is an awesome. Since I've known him, and he started having kids probably when we were like in our 20s. And he don't got to. I'm talking like he got millions of kids. My brother was the one that was out here slinging that thing all over Duval County. Okay, baby, my brother left me with, he left me this past January, y'all. Lord bless his soul, and I'm still recovering from that. But baby, Ulysses, man, in Jacksonville, my brother left some kids. My brother left some babies out here, and I'm honest enough to say, they know I'm the honest auntie. I'm an honest woman. He could have done better. But when you having all those multiple kids and you're in relationships with only certain mothers of those kids, and Child's only one, because yeah, my brother won't play him. He ain't play by one baby mama and she child. Anyway, my brother left some kids out here. But one thing that I do know is that my brother loved his kids down, and he had just became a grandfather. So he left me with all these children. He left me with all these kids out here, but luckily, except for his last two, they are grown. All his kids are grown, and you know, some of them have children too. So I'm just thankful that I at least know what a good dad is, or what a good father is, what a good father figure is. And I had two great fathers. Like my daddy that passed away, y'all, my daddy and my stepdaddy passed away in the same year. So I had a good example of not only what a good husband was. What's up, OSG? How you doing? And what a good father is, because baby, I was a daddy's girl, and I was a daddy girl twice. My stepdaddy and my real daddy. Okay, like, they spoiled the heck out of me. So I know what it's like to have a good father, and the importance of having a good father in your life. Like y'all, I ain't even gonna lie. The fact that my daddy's not here, child, the fact that when you have a sibling, like, I'm the baby of the family, so I done had a big brother my whole life, and I just always felt protected. And I was like, who's supposed to protect me now? My brother was skinny, but baby, he gonna throw some hands by me. That's why I could never have no dang on boyfriend in the neighborhood. Ain't nothing. It's so crazy, because some of the boys that was at his repast was like, I used to like you back in the day. I know. But your brother was like, I say, I know. My brother did not play about me, and he probably still ain't gonna play about me. But y'all, I'm just fortunate enough that I know what a good father is. I know what a good daddy is. I know what a good husband is, and I'm just waiting till the Lord say the same. But at the same time, y'all, I'm just like, I know there are good black dads out there. I've seen them. I've witnessed them. I know some. I see them every day at work. I see that. But it is crazy how them, baby, they don't mind being a father. And also, I know some of them be living double lives. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about the ones that living double lives. They got 5 families all over the country. Okay, we ain't gonna talk about them. Thank you. I appreciate that. For real. So that's why a joker can't come to me half stepping, half whatever, baby. You can't play. You ain't gonna manipulate me out of nothing. Especially not these cookies, honey, because child, I just almost said something, but I'm a nice, wholesome church woman. I am. Because, baby, nigga ain't never manipulate me out to some cookies. Some anything, okay? Baby. Not only did my brother and my cousins put me up on game, even though I couldn't do nothing. Y'all, even in my 30s, like, I had my cousins, like, and my brother repass. Like, first of all, we knew, because I done lost weight, y'all. I done lost a whole lot of weight. I'm just like, they're like, Tiff, you ain't hunching nothing. I'm like, y'all do know I'm grown, right? Even though I ain't hunching nothing, but at the same time, y'all do know I'm grown. My brother, even in his last days of living, just like, I'll make a joke like, baby, I need somebody to break my back in. My brother, with all the strength that he could muster up, baby, like, I don't want to hear all that. What you talking about? What you talking about? You don't be doing none of that. Nigga, I'm 30 something. What you mean? I'm 30 something. You don't think nothing happened? Child, my brother probably went to the Lord still thinking I'm a virgin. But I am. I'm born again. I'm born again. Who? Okay. And that's the thing, like, I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting on the Lord, because one thing that I did talk to God about, I'm not going to miss him in this next season. And it's not like I dated a lot. I've had one person that I introduced to my family that I consider being in a relationship with, because everybody know that about me. Tiffany ain't bringing no ninja home. Y'all, they probably thought I was around here Brad and Judy in it, okay? Because one thing I was, she knows she don't be calling me this time of day. I was focused on school. I was focused on work. A dude was not in my focus. So with that being said, honey, I ain't bringing no anybody home. I'm still particular about who I allow in my presence. And baby, if I gotta wait till I'm old and gray, Lord, I'm playing. Don't let me wait that long. But I've been in a place of like, exactly. When I tell you, so much has happened in rediscovering of me, knowing who I am as a woman, knowing what I want and what I don't want, and what I'm expecting of God. And baby, the promises of God is yes and amen. So I know what he has for me, only he can mold. Only he can create. Only he. Because baby, when that ninja come, or when that man of God come, and I mean a real man, because my ex was a child. That's a whole nother topic. My ex was a pastor. And baby, I ain't never, when I tell you, oh my gosh, this some real tea. My ex was a pastor, baby. I was with that man for 3 years, honey. And I ain't never had so much warfare in my life. People used to, and you know, I'm trying to be like the little southern church girl. I'm going to follow my husband. I'm going to make him do all the, baby, when I tell you, I don't know who the worst. Church hoes or the hoes on the street. When I tell you, oh Lord, we talking today. Baby, when I tell you, I ain't gonna even lie. When the Lord delivered me out of that relationship, the next dude I talked to, baby, wasn't nothing like the pulpit. Who? Huh. $50 hoes. $50 church hoes. Tithes and off the hoes. Anyway, they are like, they have no respect. They don't care. They have no respect, not only for themselves, but even if the first ladies, like, and I'm a PK. My grandma was a pastor. She raised, so I know all this church stuff, okay? And I have seen it. But I've never seen it on the level that I experienced it. I used to, like, baby, if we finna pray, she don't need to be calling you 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning talking about, Pastor, I need prayer. You have people that handle that. And I know this chick because one thing that God has blessed me with is the spirit of discernment. Who? Okay, baby, I was in church 7 days a week, 27 hours a day. See, we was holding this Pentecostal, all that. Like, they still had the caps on their head, long skirts. Baby, don't come up in that church, in my grandma church, with no skirt above the knees, because baby, what them ushers gonna do? They gonna get a white sheet and lay across you. Okay? But baby, hello, that's all I'm saying. You better call the motherboard in, call the usher board in or something to pray for you, because ma'am, what you got to talk to my man about at this hour? How about we join in? The Lord hear my prayers. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you too. And I will mean it, and I will be sincere. I will mean it from the bottom of my heart. But baby, when I tell you, them church, baby, when the Lord delivered me up out that thing, baby, that's why you have to be so in tune with God. You have to know this. You have to have an increase of discernment when you are in relationships, especially when you are in a relationship with a man of God, or with somebody that is trying to, or saying they're representing the Lord. Because baby, that is warfare on a whole nother level. People want the glitz and the glam of being the pastor's wife or the minister's wife. They want all that. But baby, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I'm like, y'all want these demons over here? Come get them. Y'all want these spirits over here? Come get them. Because baby, when he done laid down with y'all and bringing most spirits into my house, he know who to come to for prayer to get him through certain situations. Baby, discernment is a gift. Discernment is a gift. It got to the point where I could be asleep, and the Lord will wake me up out of my sleep, and I have to call this joker. What you like? It wasn't like a checkup, like what you doing, what you got going on, but I could see something. I could see something, and I can sense something, and I couldn't get no rest. And it was certain situations when the Lord would wake me up like that. I would start praying. I would have to start praying because I'm finna pray you up out of something. Like literally, he had to confess on some things. On some of those times when I would like call him and pull his coattail. Who, baby, saved my entire life and saved his too. Even when you're doing wrong, because of who you're connected to. And I know I'm connected to the source. Because of who you are connected to, even though you're doing wrong, my prayers and my faith, and because of who I'm connected to, it's going to save you. And that's exactly what used to happen. And I'm just like, Lord, have mercy. Jesus. God. I ain't never prayed so much. I ain't never fasted so much. I ain't never been on my knees before the throne like, Lord. But when you get caught up in some stuff, you know who to go to. You ain't finna go to them ones. You ain't finna go to them 304s. You coming to me because you know that I know and who I know. But baby, you ain't finna pimp my anointing. You ain't finna pimp my anointing because I know I paid for this with a price. It costs. For one, it costs to live for God. It costs. It costs when you say, God, I surrender. It costs when you tell the Lord your yes. Baby, listen, when I got up out that thing, I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I got something so far away from what a pastor is, from what a church boy is, baby. I went and I got the roughest, thuggiest, countryest, down south. I ain't gonna get him. He came looking for me, but baby, it was like the total opposite. Cause y'all ain't gonna even like, y'all can call it church hurt, y'all can call it whatever. Cause I'm like, God, I waited all these years to get into a relationship. Everybody know that about me. Tiffany don't bring nobody home. Tiffany ain't talking to nobody. Tiffany ain't know Tiffany about her money, Tiffany about her school, Tiffany about work. But it's a simple, I'm like, God, I waited all these years. I'm thinking I'm doing the right thing, but I don't regret nothing, y'all. I'm just talking. I'm just sharing a piece of my testimony with y'all. I'm like, look, I waited all these years to get in a relationship with a pastor, with a man of God. And this the biggest demon devil mother ever. Like, I mean, y'all, no girls so disrespectful. They are so disrespectful. And it's funny when you're getting disrespected and you still have to smile, you still have to shake hands, you still have to serve, you still have to do all that, you still have to be by his side. Man, when I tell you, it was even to the point that my ex was at a point where he's like, because we talking, you know, we on some real stuff. I'm real. When I see you effing up, when I see you messing up, and what you're presenting to the people, it's not mirroring what you're living at home, I'm gonna call you out on it. And that's one of the things that I think he gonna say, because some other chicks, like, yeah, you got a title of pastor, you got a little pool in the city. He wasn't from but he did a lot of he was in one of the biggest churches in Orlando, y'all. So when I pull your coattail and I'm telling you what we not finna do as a couple, what we not, especially as a kingdom couple, especially if we're trying to progress in the kingdom, and we are responsible for souls. Like, you are responsible for souls because you wear the title of pastor. I don't. But I'm gonna hold you to a higher standard because I'm supposed to. I'm gonna call you out. Y'all, it got to a point where he was like, I need help. Like, I know when I'm in, girl, child, what did it for me? He was like, let me get y'all this tea. And mom, when he got the churn pregnant in church, or the churn pregnant at the hospital, because we both worked in the hospital. And y'all, child, my man was a chaplain at the hospital, okay? And a pastor. And he was knocking down the nurses, knocking down doctors. Y'all, it was a, yo, I'm telling y'all, it, child, when y'all say y'all want a certain man, a certain status and position and power, know what comes with that, because a lot comes with that. And baby, I say it in the background, I used to have to watch some of these chicks because I work for two of the biggest hospitals in Orlando. He could easily come to my office and they know, oh, that's her husband. Baby, I could not walk in there and they'd be like, oh, some of them knew. A lot of them knew, actually. But a lot of them did, and a lot of them didn't give a darn. Like, that was his wife, his fiance, whatever. But baby, when I tell you, we're going to have to talk more about this. Y'all, let me get my behind on this road and go home. But yeah, it comes with a price. It comes with a price. I'm so glad in so many ways God saved me from that. I was asked to marry him 3 times, and God just would not let me give him my yes. It's a lot of things that I was just telling somebody this morning. A lot of things when we think is God's delay, God's no, God's denial, it's really God's redirection. Believe that, y'all. This line went a whole nother way. Just know and believe that it's God just redirecting you for something better. When I tell y'all, something better came, something better, and even something even more better is on the way. I am so thankful and grateful to God that I had the ear to hear him and the spirit to be obedient. Sometimes we stay in things a little too long because of history, because it feels familiar, and sometimes out of embarrassment. Like, I'm like, I waited all this time, I'm gonna make it work. I'm sure this is supposed to be my husband, but I wasn't feeling it, y'all. And that's another thing that really perturbed him. Like, you really ain't gonna marry me? Me? Shut your egotistical behind up, sir. Go back to the altar. Go to the river, be baptized, something. Like, just go back. Just go back and get yourself together. But anyway, y'all, it's so much that goes into that I can sit here and talk about. But just talking about the fathers and just seeing that whole family unit. I know it's some good brothers out there, but that's just something I wanted to talk about. And it went a totally different place. But anyway, y'all, I'm about this thing. I will see y'all later. It has been a pleasure. I'm going to try my best to check in with y'all a little bit more often. Y'all know, because I be working, y'all. I be working. But while I have some downtime, because I'm on vacation for my birthday, y'all, I just wanted to pop in and say hello. But that's it, y'all. I'm Rachel. Wait on God. If you are ever like God in a season of God, when it's gonna happen, when is it gonna happen for me? You may be seeing everybody around you getting it, or even getting the very thing that you pray for. Rejoice with them, be happy for them, because when God blesses you with it, baby, you gonna understand your why. You gonna understand why you had to wait. Because when you wait, and in God's perfect timing and his divine timing, he will blow your mind. He will give you more than you could ever ask or think of. And that's just not scripture. That's just not something cliche to say. When I tell you, when you wait on God, he does a thing. And when he does a thing, he does it very well. He does it very well. So wait on God. Be of good courage. Know that it's going to happen in his will and his timing. Trust me, I am a living witness. I am a living witness, baby. Okay? Know that. Know that in your spirit, in your heart, baby. Even when you don't see it happening, you may be praying for a thing. You've been praying for it. You've been fasting for it. Like, Lord, when is it going to happen? Lord, I think I'm doing all that you're telling me to do. Sometimes we just got to pray and leave it there at God's feet and don't pick it back up, because it's already working. It's already working. God has already done it. We just got to wait on the manifestation for it to come into fruition. Because the promises of God is yes and amen. Please know, when God promises you, he is not a man that goes back on his word or his promises. So know that it's going to come to pass. And be patient. Wait on the Lord. And watch it happen. I know we get a little antsy. I know we do. Especially when we start reaching these big birthdays. These big old birthdays like your girl just reached yesterday. But y'all, to be honest, I'm not anxious for anything. I'm not in a rush to have anything, to even be a wife, to be a mom, because this time of discovery that has been me walking with God, relearning who I am. Because even some people now, they like, you ain't little Tip from Norwood. I'm not. Tip done changed. Tiffany is different. Tiffany is definitely different. They're like, who is Tip? I'm Tip. Y'all can't call me Tip like that no more. Because Tip, I ain't the same little Tip. I ain't the same man and Melissa little sister. A lot has changed, but it has changed for the good. Like, I'm grown. They still think I'm small. Yeah, they still think I'm little. They still think I'm a baby. I'm like, I'm grown. And me and the Lord done been through some things. We done experienced some things. He has, baby, when I tell you, there is no transformation like a transformation in God, baby. And I ain't telling y'all I'm up in the pulpit preaching all that. And when you're raised in a church, I never understood when my grandma said you got to know the Lord for yourself. You got to know the Lord for yourself. And I know, baby, to this day, I know some of them prayers that Clara prayed, they still cover me and my family to this day. And I wouldn't take my upbringing for nothing in the world. But baby, listen. This journey that I have embarked on, and especially since moving back to the city, moving back to Jax, it's been a trying one because I came here because my mom and my brother got sick. So I had to come back. And the last year has been rough. It's been tough. But y'all, I understand the why. Because everybody knew, baby, who? Cloud was walking them floors, baby. Baby, thank you. I'm still battling with my mom. Like, that has been a battle. That's been last year. She suffered a major stroke, so I've still been back and forth with that, and it's not easy. So y'all, when I say yesterday was a birthday that I'm gonna remember, because when I could have lost my mind and when I should have lost my mind, boy God, child, when I tell you, y'all know that the Rent a Clock cold song, that's the Rent a Clock song that's going on around, baby. I'm still here. Thank you, Leo gang or no gang, for real. When I tell you, I'm still here. But by the grace of God, when I could have lost my mind, when I should have lost my mind, especially this year, the past year, I don't know how I'm standing, y'all, with some of the stuff I had to go through. But I am so thankful. I am so grateful to God. I am so thankful and grateful to God, baby. So I had a reason to celebrate, because I put myself on the back burner all last year. And I'm like, this year I have to celebrate. So I know, for one, that's what my brother would want me to do. Turn out facts. That's what he'll call me. He called me facts. So I know one of the last things that he said to me was like, dang, I can't even call you facts no more. I'm like, I know, because your sister done got a little snatched. Your sister done got a little snatched. Done lost that baby fat and that grown people fat. Yeah, I used to be 300 and some pounds. I sat on that scale because I weigh in every Sunday, y'all. I'm down to 155. And I got to gain it back because I got down to 155 in April. I did not like it. I'm like, I'm too small. First of all, I'm too tall. I'm too tall to be that skinny. I don't even like the word skinny. I want to be a little thick some. I want to be a little thick. But y'all, I got all the way down to 155 in April. I intentionally gained weight back. When I gained my weight back, I got up to 176. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But then I started retaining water. That was like in May. Like, I gained so much weight that quick. We figured out what it was, child. Congratulations. Yes, ma'am. Ain't nothing like a weight loss journey, a transformation journey. And when people be like, well, did you do it for, baby, I did it for my health. When I tell you, I went from taking no medication in one day to being rushed and admitted into the hospital. And when I got discharged from the hospital, I was taking like 6 medications. I was like, oh, baby, Tiffany ain't going out like that. I was tipped in for real too. She ain't going out like that. I ain't never had to take no high blood pressure medicine, cholesterol medicine for that. Baby, no ma'am. So baby, I did something about it that year. This has been a 4-year journey. This past May, I started in May of 2021. I went through bariatric surgery. I got that towards the end of 2021, in October 2021. I lost maybe about, I want to say 70 pounds then. And then I had to have emergency revision. Y'all, I got a testimony. For real, for real. I have a whole freaking testimony. I was doing good with a VSG. Then all of a sudden, I could not go to the bathroom. I started throwing up bowel, like all those things that y'all hear people talk about. That is amazing. Who? Baby. When your girl can cross her legs, run, jog. One of the goals that I always had that I wanted to have for myself is, I'm like, I want to run. I want to be able to jog. And the fact that I can do that now, even on the treadmill, who, baby, I be like, okay, because she doing it. So I had emergency revision in 2023. Like, so yeah, towards the end of, so 22, I think it was October 20. It feels like so long ago now. I was doing good for a year. Never had, who? Girl, I be tearing the gym treadmill up. I ain't never did a bridge, y'all. I'm scared of bridges now. Like, just going over. I don't know what that is now. I'm like, why? I'm like traveling over bridges, but I'm gonna try it because I be seeing a lot of people run and walk on the Main Street Bridge. What's the other one? Like, you going towards Baptist downtown. Whatever that little thing is, I see them walking and stuff over there. Yes, that's the Acosta. That's it. Right. And that's what happened to me. People don't understand that by just walking and simply changing what you eat, what you're putting in your mouth, that's it right there. Just being active. And I would tell people, just move. Even if it's just walking, you ain't got to get in the gym and do some hardcore workout. You don't have to do that. Maybe when you're trying to build muscle or tone, but baby, just by walking and changing your eating habits, that'll be so dope. And I'm with it. I really am with it. I'm for sure with it. Yes, ma'am. I need to do that. Ooh, child, you gonna get my heart pumping. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna tackle the bridge because I haven't done that yet. I haven't done that at all yet. So last year was the year that I lost the most weight. I'm gonna be coming back. I'm gonna start my way today. And then I gotta make a couple stops along the way. My niece is in Tallahassee, so I'm gonna chill with her for a few days. But I should be back probably by Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, I should do that. So I'm gonna do that. But last year I lost the most weight. So total and all, I think I'm down 170. Y'all do the quick mental math. I think I got up to being down 176 pounds. Yeah, I've been eating on this trip. Not a whole lot, but I've been eating. So I'm excited to see what I'm gonna be weighing back in at. But this journey is not for the weak, none of it. But I'm so glad that I took it on. I'm so glad that I have I won't say I've mastered it, but I've been successful at it. Because you know, a lot of people, they'll have that surgery, they'll gain it back. I don't knock nobody. Some of it's because of hormonal issues, or they haven't fixed their relationship with food. People don't understand food isn't it. People who are addicted to food, it's just as worse as somebody being addicted to some coke out there. Okay, and y'all know they ain't even making crackheads the same no more. They ain't even making coke the same no more. So, baby, it is hard. In alcohol addiction, like, people really do have food addictions. Like, they just can't get past it. So, anyway, child, I'm just glad that I was able. See, it's a thing. It is a thing. It really is. You're not the only one. Thank you. I've been trying to do the work. I miss the mark sometimes too. But when you discipline yourself and you're self-motivated, it really works. And it has worked for me. Babe, I probably got a piece of candy, got some M&Ms or something in my purse right now. Like the kids, don't completely eliminate everything. Don't completely starve yourself. Like, you have to be realistic with yourself. A lot of people just not gonna cut it out. But once you start eating a certain way for so long, like for me, child, I keep Skittles. and M&M's and white chocolate Reese's, especially when it's that time. See, now you finna make me tell on myself, Anthony. Lisa. Because now I'm finna call you Niecy. Because you're in my business. You're in my business right now, Niecy. Because, baby, I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. So, baby, when I tell y'all, try to let them girls be fooling y'all like they be eating carrot sticks and celery sticks all day long, and that's what they got. Now, I do keep a Slim Jim in my bag. Okay, nice. Yes, ma'am. Now, I'm going to be good because I'm going to pull out the good stuff first. And this, so I got such a fat girl purse. So this the good stuff that I keep in, because me and Barry, baby, like sometimes I can go the whole day without eating, don't even realize it. We gonna keep the little protein and the snacks in here, and we gonna keep hydrated, okay? We gonna keep the hydration. We gonna keep that. We gonna keep our little water. So this the good, baby. You know I'm gonna keep my little mini Slim Jim in my bag, okay? We gonna keep them in the Slim Jim. But baby, when you get to that other side, we gonna keep the skill. I'm so fat. And I only got the M&M's, y'all, because Sister Mary Clarence tried to show up and ruin my vacation, y'all. She tried to show up and ruin my vacation. I couldn't even put on my little bikini like I wanted to, and these people, what out here where having all the white people looking at me like I'm crazy. Listen, that's some fat girl stuff. Why couldn't you just get the regular one? Why couldn't you? I had to be fat. And let me tell you what my fat tail self do. Don't let me see the sour ones and the regular red ones. Baby, I'm just gonna pull them in here because I know I got, girl. Don't she be trying it? She be trying. Now, Anthony's, I ain't pulled out this thing this whole time I've been here, and they been in my purse. I ain't even tried to eat none of these. But baby, a pack of sour Skittles and some Sour Patches. Mind y'all business and leave us alone with our candy. But anyway, child, I ain't gonna get up out of here. Because I'll be done sat here forever, and I need to be taking my butt on this road. Child, let me go on. Baby, out. And it's so crazy because I went a whole year without eating candy. And one of the babies at work, child, went and had brought me some for Valentine's Day. And baby, I done had a bag of Skittles. It'll last me. Like, I bought that bag last month. I ain't gonna even cap. It'll last me because I don't eat them like that. But yeah, I done had a bag of Skittles every month since Valentine's Day. I've been tearing them up. Knowing I don't need to be eating no darn candy like that. But in moderation. Everything's in moderation. You know, that's how we sprinkle a little cuteness on it. In moderation, girl. In moderation. But all right, y'all. It's been fun chatting with y'all. Chatting with you, Niecy. Since you make me tell all my business on these people camera. Anyway. But I'll holler at y'all later. It's been nice. And I'll see y'all later. Let me get my behind. Let me get on this road. Bye, y'all. See y'all later.